his car keys in the refrigerator or forgetting how to use the remote control. At first, his family thought it was just the result of aging or maybe some stress, but then George had a small stroke, a transient ischemic attack, or TIA. It turned out that those subtle personality changes were early signs that his brain wasn't receiving enough blood flow, particularly in areas that control mood and memory. Dismissed. Most people write it off as simply getting older or stress, but persistent, unexplained fatigue, especially when it doesn't seem to improve with rest, can be a sign of something more serious brewing beneath the surface. This type of fatigue is often linked to underlying health issues like heart disease, diabetes, anemia, or even infections. It's the kind of fatigue that sneaks up on you when you're not expecting it, leaving you feeling drained even though you haven't exerted yourself. You might think you're just overworked, but it could be the body's way of signaling that something isn't right. Take Tom, for example. Tom was 75 years old and had always been active, gardening, walking, and even participating in local hiking trips. But one summer he began feeling unusually exhausted. At first, he thought it was just the heat and his age catching up to him, but soon even his favorite activities left him feeling wiped out. It wasn't the kind of tired that goes away with a good night's sleep. It was the kind of exhaustion that lingered, dragging him down day after day. His family encouraged him to see a doctor, and after some tests, it was discovered that Tom was suffering from anemia, which was impacting his energy levels. With proper treatment and dietary changes, his energy levels began to improve. Tom's story is a reminder that fatigue, when unexplained, should never be ignored. It's easy to ignore, but fatigue is the body's signal that something needs attention. If you or a loved one start feeling inexplicably tired, even after a full night's sleep, don't wait. Schedule a checkup, get the right tests, and pay attention to any changes that could signal a bigger issue. And it's not just about visiting the doctor. Staying active, through light exercise like walking, can boost circulation and energy. Eating a balanced diet, managing stress, and get able to process food properly, leading to a loss of appetite. Joe's body was trying to conserve energy because it could no longer function at full capacity. The doctors explained that in older adults, a sudden loss of appetite, especially when it affects favorite foods, can be a sign that the body is shutting down certain processes to prioritize vital functions. This is a common warning sign for kidney failure, digestive disorders, and even cancers. For seniors, it's not just about food. Losing interest in eating can signal a deeper problem that is quietly affecting the body's organs and systems. The key takeaway here is to listen carefully if a loved one starts refusing food regularly or shows signs of losing interest in meals they once enjoyed. It's easy to dismiss this as simply aging or mood changes, but it's important to take it seriously and consult a doctor if the loss of appetite continues for more than a few days. So, how can you address this issue? First, make a note of any changes in eating habits. Are there any meals consistently being skipped? Has there been a decrease in portion sizes? It's important to track these changes and discuss them with a healthcare provider who may recommend